Hi everyone, it's Lisa Mears. Thank you for joining me. In my video today, I'm going to be making a card with the Spellbinders Clear Stamp of the Month for July 2022. It's called Have a Chill Summer. So here's what the stamp set looks like. It is this popsicle, and notice that it is a solid stamp, so no coloring involved. You just need to pick your favorite ink pad and stamp it down with your favorite ink. There's also some sentiments: have a chill summer, sunshine and good times, anything is popsicle, you're my favorite flavor, I hope your birthday is sprinkled with happiness. There's lots of different sentiment choices for this set. There's also a strawberry. It has a solid stamp as well as the dots for the top. There's also a stamp for an orange, or it could possibly be a lemon. And there's also some other little dot stamps there that could possibly be blueberries. So if you subscribe to the clear stamp and the coordinating die set of the month, you will get these coordinating dies which cut all of these images out, and then you can see all of the dies there left on the table. Those are for the sentiments. So all of those sentiments will die cut out. Spellbinders has so many club options every month, and I will put a link down in the description box to all of their clubs in case you're interested in taking a look at the different club choices. So here I'm going to go ahead and stamp out a popsicle. I decided instead of doing one color, I want to do multiple colors. So I'm bringing in my Distress Oxide inks, starting with a darker pink at the top, which is the picked raspberry, then the Spun Sugar and the carved pumpkin. So dark pink, light pink, and orange. And I go ahead and stamp that down onto my white cardstock. After I stamp that down, I see that I need some more ink. I'm actually going to take a finger dauber, and this actually gives me better results. It's just by taking one of these small foam finger daubers and putting some ink directly on the stamp. And I'm going to go through all three of those colors, and I'm going to do this multiple times to get a really nice impression. And after the last time that I stamp it down, I'm going to go ahead and take those finger daubers with some ink and just come right onto my paper and my stamped image and just add some color to the stamped image to get rid of some of the white areas that are still showing through the ink. Okay, so for the popsicle stick, I'm inking that up with the vintage photo. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that down, ink it up a few times and stamp that down. Notice that I did not line up the popsicle stick directly underneath the popsicle because I'm going to use the corresponding dies to die cut them out. And the dies are separate dies. Now if you wanted to stamp out your popsicle image onto your card front and not use the dies, then of course you can line up your popsicle stick right underneath your popsicle. So for my second popsicle, I'm using Broken China, Distress Oxide ink at the top, and then the picked raspberry at the bottom. And same thing that I did earlier, just taking the finger dauber and just smoothing out those blends. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the popsicle stick, same color. This is the vintage photo. Stamp that down, and then I will die cut the popsicle out. So I'm going to have two popsicles for my card. And there is a layering stamp for the popsicle stick, which I'm stamping out now in a darker brown ink so that there is some contrast. So this darker brown ink is the Walnut Stain ink. I'm going to go ahead and stamp out the fruit. So there is a solid for the citrus fruit. I'm going to make mine an orange. If you wanted to make yours a lemon, you could totally do that. And then I'm also going to stamp down the solid for the strawberry. And then there are some other circles there which you can use for blueberry, but that wasn't in my color scheme, so I'm not using the other circle stamps. So I go ahead and stamp up my orange in a lighter orange ink. This is the dried Marigold. And then for the strawberry, I'm inking that up with the Spun Sugar. I'm going to go ahead and stamp those down. And then I'm going to bring in the layering stamp for those fruits, and I'm going to line them up on my stamped images. Once I have them lined up, I'm going to bring in a darker ink in the same color families. So I'm going to use a darker orange. This is the carved pumpkin. And then I'm going to use the Festive Berries for the strawberry. I got a little bit of the red on my orange stamp, but that's not a big deal because I'll just kind of hide that by positioning it so that that part is hidden when I actually put it on my card. So here I'm going to stamp out the leaves for the strawberry, and I'm going to use the Mowed Lawn ink, so these are going to be green. And I noticed that from my strawberry, I actually had the seeds not positioned centered on that strawberry, so I go ahead and do it again to make sure that they are completely centered. And then I'll just use the corresponding dies and die cut all of those images out. I wanted this to be a fun, vibrant card with lots of colors, so I'm bringing in some pattern paper from the Sherbet pattern paper pad from Scrapbookcom. I'm going to be using 2 sheets from this paper pad. This is actually where I got my color inspiration for my ink. So you can see the pages that I'm going to be using, and that's where I got my inspiration for the ink colors that I'm using. So I'm going to bring in 2 precision layering dies. These are the Spellbinders A2 precision layering dies. One's a little bit larger than the other, and I'm going to die cut rectangles from these pieces of pattern paper. And I'm going to glue these down to my A2 size card front. My card front is going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That is A2 in size. I'm actually going to put these pieces of pattern paper kind of at a diagonal so you can see how they're positioned there. And then I die cut a white circle. I'm going to put the white circle there in the middle. And I'm going to go ahead and glue the popsicle sticks onto the backs of the popsicles. I'm going to glue the leaves onto the top of the strawberry. And then I am going to go ahead and glue all of these images onto my card front. So I'll have my 2 popsicles in the large circle. Notice that I stamped out a sentiment, "Have a chill summer," and I did die cut it with the coordinating dies. And I'm going to add the strawberry and the orange to the bottom right hand corner of the sentiment on that card front. And then once I add that strawberry, I'm going to place that down, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my sentiment right next to it. I'm also going to tie a piece of twine in a bow and add a small glue dot to the back of the knot in that bow, and I'm going to add that to my popsicle stick. I'm going to add a few of the Spellbinders Color Essential Gems. These are the Spectrum A-B pack, and I'll add a few of those to my card front. And that's going to complete my card for today. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And again, if you want more information about the Spellbinders clubs, take a look down in the description box, and there will be links to the Spellbinders clubs. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day. Bye-bye.